Welcome ladies and gentlemen to another Call of Duty Warzone video. In this video we're going to give you 5 tips on how to quickly kill Juggernauts inside Warzone. So the Juggernaut Royal game mode has been out for a second time now, and everyone enjoys playing this game mode a lot. However, killing a Juggernaut is very difficult, so this video will help you do that. Before we get into the details of this video, we've managed to get 13% of you to subscribe to the channel, and we want the rest of you to subscribe as well, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get all these tips before everyone else and you're notified first. So let's get into the 5 tips on how to kill a Juggernaut the quickest, and the first tip is to use vehicles. Vehicles are a one-hit kill to any Juggernaut, so make sure you put a trophy system on a vehicle and run over that Juggernaut. One thing you need to be cautious of is that the minigun that the Juggernaut has is very good at killing enemies inside vehicles, so make sure it's just one player and not the full team, and then try and get it by surprise. The next tip is to make sure you're using your cluster and airstrikes. Keep in mind that Juggernauts are very slow, so you can actually kill them with cluster strikes and airstrikes. Just make sure you're a safe distance away before you try and use it. Tip number 3 goes without saying, but keep your distance away from the Juggernaut. They can't aim down sight, so it's going to be difficult for them to try and kill you at long range. So make sure you try and use a sniper or something similar to kill it at longer ranges, and we'll go on to some class setups at the end of this video that will help out as well. Another easy way to kill the Juggernaut is to get another Juggernaut for yourself. Obviously a Juggernaut v Juggernaut battle will make the fight even. At least that way you're not at a disadvantage. Another thing you can do is pick up a dead Juggernaut's minigun. That will also help. Similar to this tip, a full auto weapon that you want to use against a Juggernaut is definitely an LMG. They have the highest damage profile out of most of the fully automatic guns in this game, and also they have a really large magazine, so you don't need to reload in between fights. So make sure you try using guns like the M91 and the KPM. Those have the highest damage profiles out of the LMGs in the game, and will definitely help you take down some Juggernauts. It's going to take about a full 150 rounds to take down a Juggernaut with an LMG, and also you want to be making sure you're landing as many headshots as you can whilst keeping your distance. So on the screen here, you'll see some attachment combinations for the KPM and the M91, so you can get the maximum possible range whilst getting that large magazine so you can kill the Juggernaut as fast as possible. And the final tip, which is the best possible way to kill Juggernauts with loadout weapons, is to use thermites and explosives. Now, thermites are very important as they do a lot of damage over time to a Juggernaut, and if you've ever watched gameplay of a Juggernaut being killed, you can see that thermites perform the best against Juggernauts. So not only do you want the thermite as your lethal inside your loadout, you actually want to be using a gun like the RYTEC AMR or the crossbow, which has explosive rounds and it also has thermite rounds. The explosive rounds actually perform really well with the crossbow and the RYTEC AMR. If I had to choose out of both of these guns, the RYTEC AMR is the easiest to use and has the faster fire rate, so I would use the RYTEC AMR over the crossbow. Also taking into the consideration a previous tip from this video, which is staying far away from the Juggernaut as possible, you'd rather be using the RYTEC AMR as it's a much better weapon. This does not mean the RYTEC AMR is great for all of Warzone, but just against Juggernauts, it's very useful. On the screen here, you'll see some class setups for your RYTEC AMR. The first one has the riot shield plus the thermite rounds and the stuns. This is more of a fun loadout as the Juggernauts can't aim down sight, so they find it difficult to fight enemies with riot shields. And also you're getting a great amount of protection from the minigun without having to use all of your armor plates. And the RYTEC AMR here is set up for close range as you're going to be quite close to the Juggernauts using your riot shield, but like I said, this is more of a fun loadout. And if you want something a bit more serious to actually help you win games, use the following RYTEC AMR setup. This is more the way you would usually use a RYTEC AMR, however the only difference here is that you should be using the thermite rounds or the explosive rounds. I would recommend the explosive rounds in this case, and then make sure you use the thermite lethal. Of course that's very useful as well when you're up close and you need to get out of a situation. You could pretty much choose any primary weapon that you like. Like I said, I think I would recommend the LMGs a bit more, so maybe the Bruin with the 60 round mags, or the KPM, or the M91, but you can use any gun at all that you like for every other situation. So that is our 5 tips on how to kill a Juggernaut fast inside Warzone. If you enjoyed this video and found all of these tips helpful, definitely hit that like button as it recommends it to more people. Also, if you're new to this video and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with everything regarding Warzone. Season 5 is right around the corner and we're going to be covering all the new DLC content that's coming out with Season 5 as well as the new map changes. So make sure you subscribe for all of that. And that's all for today's video, and thank you very much for watching.